make me go crazy. Life lately, but no, can't fake it, no. Gotta mold this clay, let go. Can't fake it, no. Gotta mold this clay, let go. Wiggle, what I saw. What you see? I saw win, not a draw. That's the lead. If the fam ain't up to, that's a flaw.
On this episode of Mold in the Clay podcast, we are deep diving into Beyond Labels with your media homegirl, Mikflyy. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to the Mold in the Clay podcast, where we discuss everything relationship, y'all.
Nice little break.
We did. It wasn't that long. Probably about a week.
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks. We had to regroup.
Yeah.
And
Had to get it together.
Oh, yeah, y'all. But today's conversation is all about living authentically beyond the labels that the world tries to put on us. Our guest is a woman whose story beautifully weaves together love, identity, and what? Resilience. She's a proud bisexual woman, a wife, and a mom to an incredible child with autism. She's here to share what it means to navigate a world full of assumptions while staying true to herself. From red carpets to motherhood milestone, she reminds us that our stories are always deeper than what meets the eye. Y'all, molders, please welcome Mikflyy, the media homegirl, to the Mold in the Clay podcast.
Welcome.
That was amazing. Like,
Thank you.
By the time you didn't get in that chair,
I'm trying to tell you. About time.
how you feeling?
I feel amazing. How are you guys doing?
Feel good.
Good.
Feel good. Definitely feeling good.
Glad that you made it.
Me too.
Came to be one of our guests so people can get to know you.
Yeah.
Because we see you on this red carpet all day, every day with these celebrities
Ooh, okay.
moving, interviewing.
Yeah.
But today the people want to get to know who Mikflyy is, the media homegirl.
Yes.
So we're gonna get on into it real quick.
Okay.
So
Okay.
share a little bit about your journey, who you are beyond the titles and the labels. So tell our viewers who you are.
Okay, well, of course, you already know I'm Mikflyy, your media homegirl. I'm from California. I've been in Atlanta about 8 years.
Okay.
And beyond the labels, beyond the things, I'm just a regular girl. I'm just a regular girl like everybody else. I don't feel like I stand out too much, but I realize that my mindset is a little different. So it sets me apart just naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But beyond the labels, beyond all the other things, I just feel like I'm like everybody else. I'm about to be 40.
Okay, come on, 40,
Don't
looking
say-
good.
Thank you.
Fucking
Okay. Welcome to the 40 Club.
Thank you. Almost. I'm not gonna claim it yet. Yeah, and a mom. I believe more than anything, I just love that. Being a mom has really has changed me. It has grown me.
Yeah.
And it has made me face myself. Like that mirror is crazy.
It's the most
It is.
rewarding thing.
Yes.
It
It's
is.
the most
Yeah,
rewarding
she is
thing.
the best too.
Yeah.
So when you hear beyond the labels, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Living life beyond labels.
I think beyond the label would be just the things that some people put on you. Like the fact that I'm bisexual, I'm more than just that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when people hear that you're bisexual, I mean, I don't know what it is, but it put on like alarms for some people. Like I just have never, and I think, I don't know if it's a generational thing or what, but in my generation, it didn't matter if you were bisexual.
Right.
The person that you were was more important. The person didn't care that you were attracted. Because to me, being bisexual is my attraction. And I'm more than who I'm attracted to. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's just living beyond the label is living or being more than whatever this label is that you put on me or what that expectation is.
So let's stay right there for a second. So you say that you are a bisexual woman and you are married to a woman. So when people find that out, what type of feedback do you get? What type of aha moments do you get from other people? Like, how is she married to a woman but still say she's bisexual?
And you know what's so crazy? So it just really depends on who you talk to, right?
Right.
So if I speak to let's say, another lesbian woman, right? They would say, stop saying you bisexual because you're married to a woman. And then I'm like, okay, but that's crazy. Because whether I'm married to her or anybody else, that doesn't change who I am. I am attracted to both, and that's just the truth. And I feel like for me personally, just being Mikflyy, I can't speak for anybody else. But as Mikflyy, it's essential to me to be honest about who I am. So you're going to fall in love with who I am.
Right.
You're going to fall in love with Mickey for real, the friend, all the things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so the truth is the truth.
Right.
If I walk around here and I say, and I play like I'm lesbian, right? And we as friends, we go out, hang out, and my ex walk in the room, and it's a man, now what?
But you see, I'm glad you just said that because that's a lot of our story. A lot of times, I'm glad that you walking in your truth and you just like, look, I'm not putting, I am bisexual. I like what I like when I have it, when I'm in that moment. If I'm with a woman, I'm with a woman. If I'm with a man, I'm with a man. But I like that because a lot of times we'll see where us masculine presenting women will date a straight female. And then as soon as a straight female break up with us and we go our separate ways, she's back with a man.
Going back to the man.
But she won't label herself as bisexual.
Right.
So we're all looking like...
Because technically she's not bisexual.
She just like you.
She's just like you.
Yeah.
And you hear that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a lesbian. I'm not bisexual. I just like you.
Yes. And what? Hey, I got a question. I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna hold your hand.
You hold my hand while you ask.
What is up with you masculine women dating straight women? She's not straight, and then you get all invested. Oh, you love her and her kids. Oh,
Don't do that to
why
me.
y'all love them kids? Y'all be all invested in this relationship with a straight woman. What's up with that?
Okay, I could tell you from experience. So my wife is the first lesbian woman that I've ever dated, right? And so I've always dated straight women. But just like you, though, I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to. And I had that woman been a lesbian or, you know what I mean? I don't look at their label when I date. I date the person for who the person is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I can't help that was what I was attracted to. You know what I mean? So, but me, I know going in, it's probably, it might not work and it may will because I've seen somewhere it works where the woman gets with you and she's like, damn, is this what this is about? Like, I ain't never had this type of love before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then you get with somebody that you leave an imprint on their heart to where when they leave you and they go back to me, it's hard to fill those shoes that you left because they can't get that same thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was the person.
Okay.
It wasn't so much of her being straight or lesbian. It was the person I was connected to.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I've seen recently is that there's so much judgment on bisexual women.
It's a lot.
But y'all date straight women. I just don't understand that.
No judgment on my part.
Well, not you.
Yeah,
but personally, me, I've never had an
I've
issue.
seen it.
I've never had an issue dating though. Like, I know that it's a lot about character too. Because I'm very honest.
Right,
and I'm
right.
open about
And that's
things
the
like
thing.
that. And it's like, I haven't been with a man forever. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be honest about who I am. You know what I'm saying? I love them. Listen, I'm an equal opportunity employer.
You don't discriminate
I
around
don't
here.
discriminate around here. You know what I'm saying? But longevity,
Yeah.
for real, I just don't see me with Timothy on my show.
But you know what?
Okay,
though?
but what you saying that though, knowing that you don't see longevity with the Timothy on your shoulder.
Just like here.
So does that not make you?
No, I'm attracted, and you know it might
Yeah.
be. Listen, the Lord, He may be get it all up in here, right? And Timothy, he might be everything that I need, and that may be what I need, and it just may be. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like for me, I just feel like with my wife, right? I just feel like I get best of both worlds with her. You know what I'm saying? And that it just works for us. And I feel like with her, she understands me all the way. It's like she gets it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's how she got me, and she got me quick too. Ooh, she got me quick.
Shout out to the wife.
Man, shout out to Ruin. I wasn't in Atlanta listen, I wasn't fresh off a breakup in Atlanta too long. She was like, nah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She got all the things I need. She was like, she gonna snatch me up.
So
I ain't mad.
how does she feel about you expressing your truth? Does it make her feel a kind of way, or does she just accept you for who you are?
Yeah. And have you faced any have y'all faced any challenges with you being?
No. if you've ever met Ruin ain't worried about a thing. Okay, Ruin ain't worried about none of those things because she knows the truth and she knows who I am, and just she knows that worrying about somebody being attracted to somebody else is like super insecure because just like with you all, right?
Yeah.
Your ex may not look like her.
Right,
Your ex may not look like her, so that's attraction. That don't mean anything, and just you're not attracted to every woman you see.
Right.
Because
we sure get that.
It's the same
They be
thing.
thinking we attracted to every woman out there.
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And it's the same thing for bisexual women. Like bisexual people, just in general, please, guys. Bisexual people don't want everybody they see.
Right.
They don't want you. That's why we having a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they want to call you greedy.
How? How am I greedy? Because I'm honest and I like what I like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people like thick women and small women. Some people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all the things. Don't treat me bad because I'm honest.
So when you on this red carpet, Ms. Mikflyy, when you on this red carpet, I think I seen a video recently posted where a celebrity grabbed you and was like, I don't know what he said. I don't want to misparaphrase, but how do you handle that when the men come at you? Because I'm not gonna say your life private, but you know what I mean, like. How do you navigate that when you're on the red carpet with these celebrities and celebrity men and they try to come at you and you being a bisexual woman? I know you're super faithful to your wife, so that's no question at all. But how do you navigate those situations?
Well, on the red carpet, the media homegirl, I'm at work.
Yeah.
And that's period.
Facts.
So regardless of what this celebrity, that celebrity, and those celebrities say it don't matter. That don't have nothing to do with me. I'm here to work. I always present myself professionally, and a lot of times I'm on the red carpet working, representing somebody else's brand. So I'm not even thinking about that. Like I see you, and just like with that celebrity, all I could say was, "Oh, thank you." This is really all I got for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm married. I wear my ring. It's big. You see it.
Yes, we see
what
it.
I'm not doing is that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't think about that. I really don't. I'm outside. Y'all see me, whatever, and I'm just not on that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome.
So we know that you are a mother. How is that experience for you? Because we know that your daughter, she has autism.
Yeah.
So how has that been for you, having a daughter that's autistic?
So initially, when she was a baby, I noticed that there was something different about her. I noticed that she didn't give me a lot of eye contact, and I noticed that she was, I would say, just certain milestones, she wasn't hitting them. And so I would go to the doctor, and they would say, I was seeing things on TikTok, and they were like, stay off TikTok. Stay off TikTok.
Yeah.
Right, and they're telling me,
Google and TikTok.
they're telling me, stay off of there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, no, I see there's something going on with my baby.
Yeah.
But because I just wasn't in the best space, I was a new mom. And so because I wasn't, I don't feel like I advocated enough for her. So once she turned 2, a lot of times they don't want to diagnose them or assess them too early. But once she turned 2, it was just undeniable. You know what I'm saying? And so once we got her assessed, it was just really the best thing for us. It was hard. Oh my God, it was so difficult because I felt so responsible. I felt so guilty. And it was really, I feel like you did that on purpose. Y'all wanted me to cry.
No.
Bringing up my baby. Okay.
No.
I know, but it's
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I never want to talk about this. Okay, so.
She's such a beautiful angel. She is such a beautiful angel. Yes, she is.
It was just difficult just because, you want the best for your kids and you never want them to go through anything. And it's just, I know that her life was going to be difficult, right? And there was certain things I just can't shield from her. You know what I'm saying? I can't hide or I can't protect her from everything. And it was just really, really hard at first because I was going through postpartum and it just, I felt so guilty. And I know a lot of people don't realize that parents, when they have kids with disabilities, they go through so much. They feel so much guilt because there's really nothing you can do about it. And you just wish that your kid wasn't different. And you want to pour all this love into them, and the love that you pour really doesn't change the circumstances. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it was really hard at first. And now, I feel like we stem together. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Our phones is on loud. We tablet time together all day. What's up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But before initially, it was hard.
And how old is she now?
She's 3.
3.
Going on 4.
Yeah.
But it was hard.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we really had to band together because it it was trying on the marriage, on our family. It was
Yeah. And how was the support system with that? Because I know we have a few autistic kids in our family, and we know the struggle there. And we know that they require that extra love, and we all know with any child, it takes a village.
oh my gosh.
So do you have that
Gosh.
that support from your family
Yeah.
and your wife's family? That's good.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of support. Dallas and just in general. She's in a school for children with autism.
Okay.
That's
And
amazing.
so it was the best.
Yeah,
It was really the best thing we could have done for her.
Yeah.
For ourselves. Like, I have so much peace when she goes to school because I know she's with people who genuinely care about her.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not just the village at home with our families. We have friends that, love Dallas. I mean, love Dallas. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
awesome.
And so just that with her school, I just feel like and it also allows me to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just,
And she has strong, beautiful parents. I have one of my really best friends. Her son is autistic, and she went through some of the same things that you're expressing now. But the mamas, let me tell y'all, baby, they ain't got nothing to worry about because the way that y'all love, support, and nurture them, that's a blessing from God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know that they are gonna excel.
Yeah.
And that just means that they got a special blessing on them.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
Yeah.
They got a special blessing on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My baby love music. Oh my God, that thing gonna sing. Oh, she love music so bad. I've never seen nobody sing as much as her. So
Aww.
yeah. So life is lifing and it's working out and she's thriving.
That's
She
good.
really is. She really is. We really starting to talk now. It's just everything's just really it's moving.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you
go ahead.
you mentioned that you kind of dealt with postpartum
Yeah.
depression. That's a real thing.
It
even in the lesbian community, that's a real thing.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about some of the things that you dealt with during that moment or that season, and how did you overcome that for somebody that's struggling
If
with
you
that?
even overcame it.
Yeah.
Okay, so postpartum is the scariest, trickiest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are moms. Y'all know that, childbirth is the closest thing to death ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I delivered Dallas, I had a seizure. And so I never had a seizure before. I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have any problems, right? And so they pulled me in to do my C-section, and I remember waking up in recovery, looking for my baby, and they're like, "Oh, you had a seizure, this and that." I'm like, "I had a seizure," because I don't remember nothing, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And so through that, I was recovering from that, and then it just like postpartum just like crept up. It was like I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping a lot, and how it started was Dallas lost. I was trying to breastfeed.
Okay.
Exclusively. And Dallas, I didn't build all the milk yet. And so she was losing weight in the hospital. And so when she got home, they said, well, you're going to have to feed her, formula. And every 2 hours, you got to wake her up. So I'm waking my baby up every 2 hours to get her weight back before her first appointment. So that jump-started me to not sleeping because every 2 hours I'm waking up, and my body's naturally waking up. As a new mom, you need to sleep. You need rest. I'm not resting. So not resting. And then I wasn't really being as transparent as I needed to be about what I needed as far as help. And so just not needing what exactly I needed.
Yeah.
And needing rest. It just really catapulted the depression.
Yeah.
And I ended up really secluding myself and, gaining weight and just not living healthy. And I mean, when I say not living healthy, like I'm barely eating. I eat when I can, when I feel like it.
Yeah.
Not getting dressed. And people don't take postpartum seriously.
Nope.
What is up with that? People don't take postpartum seriously until you do something drastic. And then you see these moms, you see on TV, oh, she ran her baby off the freeway or something like that. And then you're like, well, she could have just did this. Well, no, she probably told people she was struggling and nobody took her seriously. And if it wasn't for the red carpet, oh my gosh, I don't want to cry. But if it wasn't for the red carpet, I don't know where I would be because that was the things that made me get dressed and get up and go do what I needed to do.
Right.
And if it wasn't for me creating the Media Homegirl, and if it wasn't for me, like realizing my baby she needs me. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for like my wife, she needs me. Like she works and you know what I'm saying? This is her first baby. She's older, a little big. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy for her too. It's her first go round. Everybody need me. And Black women, what we gonna do? Everybody need us. We gonna show up.
Oh yeah.
At the expense of ourselves. And that's been the biggest struggle with postpartum because that's what we do.
But you see how God took that situation and he birthed Mikflyy, the media homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we go through things so we can birth something that's greater than us, so we can be able to testify and say this is what God did and turned it around for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We definitely need to advocate more for postpartum depression.
Yes.
Because I had postpartum depression with my son, and it was bad. You know, and it is like it's hard for you to explain it and how you're feeling, and it's the thoughts that you're thinking. Like, I don't think I ever told anybody, but the first time that I realized I had postpartum depression, I kept having thoughts about throwing my baby into the wall. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I having these thoughts? And I had to talk to my doctor about it. And my doctor was like, that's definitely postpartum depression. You know, and I ended up back in the hospital for like 2 more weeks. And I'm like, I didn't have the support that I needed to have. I didn't have nobody to talk to, you know. And so it just got worse and worse until I started loving myself and just started loving on my baby and my kids and them being there for me and me like finally understanding what it was that was wrong with me. You know, because if you don't have that support, how you like, where are you going to get it from? How are you going to be able to take care of yourself and treat yourself? You know, so I definitely feel like we need to advocate more for that, because that is until, like you said, until something bad happens. And then the mother becomes the problem. Well, she probably called out for help and nobody believed her, because depression is depression.
It's and sometimes you don't know it.
Right.
You know, like I realized that I wore my depression in my closet. My closet looked crazy. And I knew, oh my God, you must not be okay. I'm not okay because my closet is crazy. And I'm just getting dressed to go to stuff and my closet is crazy. And my wife, she's such a gem because she got like OCD. So my depression and her OCD do not,
That's me all day.
They boxing. Oh my God. But she, you know, she understands now that this is this. Like, it's not nothing that I'm purposely doing. And a lot of times people take your depression or what you're going through personally. And it's like, it's not that. And if you kind of just have a little more empathy for me, and that's with my friends, this is with anybody, you have a little more empathy with the person that's going through what they're going through, then you wouldn't be taking it as personally. And you would say, this is something we're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like my friend recently, she's going through a breakup, and, you know, I got my other friends, my good friends, calling her, checking on her, and they checking on her. You know what I'm saying? My friends they checking on her because, you know, I'm solid and I got nothing but solid people with me.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? And it's important because you never know what those things, how it affects people. If you just have a little more empathy for each other, you won't be taking those things so personally. Because I can't help you right now.
Right.
Even if you're sad or mad, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying?
So when we talk about beyond the labels, Mick, how was it, you know, coming out as a bisexual woman and then deciding to have a baby with a woman?
So, you know, I've always been with the girls in high school. If you look at my champagne party, it's so funny. If you look at my champagne party, I had my prom day, my girlfriend, and my best friend, and that was all I had. I don't anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been a thing. I've always liked girls. And so it really was just, and I had, I would say, like, solid boyfriends. Solid. Like, this is my man.
Yeah.
My man.
That's my man. Like, that's mine. You know what I'm saying? 2. Only 2 men in this world could really say that was my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't really feel like there was any coming out to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like who I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to mess with who you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I'm not going to be with Timothy and then Tamika at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And so when I met my wife, really, she doesn't really care about stuff like that. And so what I told her was, for me, I don't know if I can continue a relationship with a woman and not get everything that I want. Be able to get married, have a child. Like, those things are essential to me. Not the person. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Not their body parts. Yeah. Being able to really have this life is important. And so she's like, yeah, let's do that. So cool. Having a baby was nothing. And I didn't have to go get to get it. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I was able to get everything I wanted with this woman. Which made it perfect.
So what was the deciding factor to be like, okay, I'm going to be with a woman for the rest of my life versus a man?
See, that's the thing. It's not about that. It's not a man versus a woman. It's about the person.
Yeah.
And so
it was her.
It was just a person. Like, you know, it's so crazy. So when I was single, just in general, like, it's the celebrities. Those are the only ones who approach me. In life, men, women, nobody approached me. Nobody. I don't know what What's wrong with me?
I don't think that's
What's
true.
up with y'all? No, I promise you. Nobody approaches me ever. What they do is they see me out, we'll exchange social media or whatever, keep it very casual. Then they hit that DM. You are so cute.
Not
What?
the DM.
What are you talking about? Didn't you just see me? I think that's so weird. And so
Yeah, that's a little weird.
that is so weird. You people do not approach me. And so it wasn't about man versus woman. It was just like that was the person who hollered at me and she stuck and she wasn't playing. And so that was just really it. If it was a guy that did the same thing, you know, it could have been him. But it was her and that was it. And I was able to get everything I wanted out of life with her. And so
awesome.
it just works. And then I'm with somebody who what's so important to me is having somebody that doesn't judge me. Who lets me be me. Like, I can be the media homegirl. How I dress, how I am, all the things. I can do all of that.
That's what.
And she not over here like, what you doing? Who you talking to? Why you?
That's what's
None
up.
of that.
That's
I
how
can
you
be
got
myself.
it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's it. It wasn't a bisexual choice. It was a person choice.
Yeah. That's so important.
That's so important because my wife is the same way. Like, she allows me to be me because I know I can be a little extra.
Super extra.
You know, and not too much.
Okay,
not too
baby,
much.
I'm sorry.
And I know that I be coming with some outrageous shit in life. Yeah. And she'll just roll with it.
Okay.
She'll be like, oh, okay, baby, you know what, we can see, we could try. And I'm like, you know what? That's why I love you, because you just let me just be with the BS, you know.
Right,
That's so important. So I'm glad that you found that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So how did you get into, I know you said during your postpartum stage that birthed your media homegirl. So how did you get into interviewing celebrities, and how did that become your passion?
Okay, so I have my homegirl. Her name is Isha. She is the CEO of the Ace Network. Shout out to Isha. And so she and we became friends, and she felt the vibes. And she started working with the Progress Report as their photographer, videographer. And they had a red carpet event that they needed somebody to host for. Nobody was in town. And so she reached out to Lala. Shout out to you, Lala. Y'all changed my world, okay? She reached out to them. And Lala was like, let me meet her. You know what I'm saying? And so I met Lala at a party for the Progress Report was throwing a party. I met them. She felt the energy. She thought we clicked. Everything was good. And that's how it started. My first interviews was the Coalition DJs anniversary event, which is huge. The Coalition DJs are huge in Atlanta. Like, your music's not getting played first if it's not going through the coalitions. They don't play that. Like, right? So I went to their anniversary, and my first interview is Erica Banks. You know what I'm saying? Like, huge people. And I'm like, oh my God. And so it was just like amazing. And so interviewing with them and going through that, like, I went through the process of just navigating the industry and figuring out what to do and how not to overwork myself and all that. That's how it birthed that. And then Isha created a show for me on the Ace Network on Roku.
Okay.
It's called Black and Booming, where I interview Black-owned businesses in and around Atlanta.
Okay.
And so doing that catapulted and got me comfortable with where I am now.
Okay.
That's amazing.
So how do you prepare for your interviews with the celebrities or high-profile guests? Like, how do you prepare for that? Because, you know, you got to have, like, a special interview technique to just come off the dome with stuff.
You know what? I love the people that I go see. Period. Right. And so what I also, and this is just with anybody, I give anybody the game when it comes to this, have some basic questions. So when you're doing interviews, have 2 questions that can go to anybody. It don't matter who it is. And it's just not a basic question. So come up with 2 things. So if it was y'all and it's a couples podcast, I would ask something, what is the glue to y'all relationship? That is something that everybody wants to know. What keeps people together. Anybody, you can ask that. What is the glue to y'all friendship? What is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you keep your business going? That is a basic question that go to anybody. Or ask something that's more personal. First of all, you start off with a compliment. I'm going to give everybody one because I always find something beautiful in anybody.
Absolutely.
Who you are.
Absolutely.
And so that, and then something that's more personal about that person. And one of my favorite questions, and y'all can have it, anybody can, is how is your mental health? And that's important because didn't nobody ask me. And that shit was fucked up. My mental health was fucked up. Anybody asked me a goddamn thing, okay? And I think that that's important because so many people go through so many things. You never know.
Yeah.
You just never know. You can leave somebody that's smiling like me. And my wife made a joke like, man, people don't realize that you on the red carpet, but you get home and you want to get under the bed. You literally want to be under the bed. And nobody knew that. And nobody also asked me about me.
Yeah.
So nobody really cared or took the time to find out because the media homegirl is a good time. You know what I'm saying? The media homegirl provides the vibes.
Yeah.
But the media homegirl was going home.
Yeah.
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 Sad.
And people don't know that depression is the number one silent killer. So we definitely need to ask that question more often.
Yes.
How's your mental health? I'm gonna start asking that.
Absolutely. I see a lot of people asking that, like on social media and things like that. How's your mental health? Because that I think this month is Mental Health Awareness Month.
See?
May kick off Mental Health Awareness Month. Yeah, I just saw that online today. Yep.
So I'm gonna ask this question. What has been your most unforgettable moment so far on the red carpet?
Unforgettable moment on the red carpet. Let me see. Unforgettable. You know what? It wasn't the red carpet.
Okay.
Okay, so I recently went to a wine tasting. This is crazy. Okay. I really went to a wine tasting, man, and an R&B artist, he was there, and I didn't do interviews, I went there just to taste the wine. Right. Meet and greet with this artist, and so we were taking pictures, and, in the pictures, I heard him. When you're taking the pictures, those live photos give you 3 seconds. So in the pictures, when you hold it down, you could see he was talking to me. You could see that he was talking to me, right? Yeah. But my homegirl was just doing a video of our encounter, and I took my pictures, and she starts doing a video, and I'm walking off, because thanks, and I'm walking off, he tapped me to pull me back, and he wanted to high five. He was like, I want to get to know you. You are so beautiful. You look good.
Is that the video I seen?
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't gonna say who that artist is, but I know who that artist is. But we ain't
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
He said, I want to get to know you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit. And I don't know what to do because my wife is right there. And I don't know how to handle stuff like that. One, I'm not interested in one. Let's start with that. I'm not interested. But two, it's like, dang. And it's like so many beautiful women in here. And so what I know is that, listen, these people be liking them thick. They like them thick.
Okay.
They like them thick. But two, I don't know what to do. Thank you.
It caught you off guard.
I was ready. Like, whoa. Hey, oh, thank you. What's my response to I want to get to know you? Oh, thanks.
Not the oh.
So what is one of the biggest misconceptions regarding bisexual women and men? Like, what is some of the biggest misconceptions that they place on people who come out as bisexual?
I think that the biggest misconception is that we like everybody. And that we out here sleeping with everybody. That we don't have any standards, any morals. And that's just untrue. The truth about being bisexual is just attraction. I'm attracted to male and female. And the saddest part is for men. And that's why I think that a lot of men don't come out. Is because as a man, he's no longer masculine. He's no longer a man because now he's attracted to both. Yeah. And so they hide. And that's where that DL comes from, because people aren't safe, to be honest. Just because I'm attracted to this doesn't mean that I'm going to mix, interchange. I'm not going to do that. That doesn't mean that. That just means, the misconception is that a person that's attracted to both is just out here going crazy. And it's not true. So I just like both. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean I'm untrustworthy. And that's what I think it kind of says, like, oh, now you're bisexual, you're untrustworthy. You're disloyal. Yeah. And it's messed up because it's not true.
Yeah, that's definitely, that ain't cool. Like, you got to lead with love. So that's not cool. So let's just say, before wifey, would you ever date a bisexual man?
You know what? I'm not mature enough.
I thought you were finna say something different. I love the way you keep it real. Why you say you're not mature?
I'm not mature enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you say you're not mature enough?
That's the realest answer I have heard.
I love the realness.
I'm not mature enough. You know what I'm saying? I know. See, you know what I'm saying? So, see.
My girl ain't even got the words to put it together.
I don't. Ooh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
You like
when a man? Okay. No, because okay. So, ooh, okay. So like when a man and a man, when they get intimate, right? Like when they be doing it and stuff. Like what he did, I can't do that. Oh, I can't hit that. Oh,
I got you. Okay.
and so
I got
because
you.
I cannot touch that, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to give you that. And you're never gonna be satisfied because
Okay. I got you.
don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I just be no. And that's why I'm not mature enough. Because that's some bullshit, right? That's some bullshit. You can't go. You can't date me because you can't. I can't
But what if they don't? What if they don't want it that
no,
way?
you-
Would you think you're gonna be selling them short because
gonna lie?
that's what they? Okay, I
So
got.
we gonna lie.
I got.
So we gonna act like
because with your
to
wife
be
you
a-
get both worlds, the best of both worlds.
So you trying to tell me that a man and a man that ain't dedication? Oh, you are dedicated. You mean that. And that's the thing. And that's why a lot of women, that's why I say I'm not mature enough. Because at the end of the day, for you to go there with another man and y'all go all the way in, and you know what I'm saying? Now you have experienced a different level of euphoria of all these things that I just can't get to.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to play the game like I can do that.
That's real.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
And it's
real.
not about, and I know bisexuality it's not all about sex, but that part of it is true.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
important.
saying?
It's an important part.
Just like two women, penetration is a real thing. We like that, right? Okay, so I just feel like for that, I'm not mature enough to separate the situation and say that this man is happy with just me and what I'm able to provide, and that's it. I'm just not. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
That was a real answer. That was real.
Cause I'm not mature enough either.
That's a real answer.
Never do it.
Yeah, that's definitely a real
That's
answer.
why I know I'm not mature enough for a threesome for real. Not with my way.
You
Not with my way.
no.
Not with my way.
Oh, okay.
now with her
She said it. She said it for 3 times. So she meant business, and she said up and said, "Okay."
Like prior to her, I'm willing to join what y'all got going on. You will not be coming over here with any of that bullshit. Leave that bullshit over there.
Look, I feel you. She said, "This mine, this so off limits.
See what I'm trying to tell you? I just
This for me." I feel you. I feel you though, because a lot of times when you know you got something good, you like, nah, you can't experience what I got.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
don't even know if it's just that. I just don't think I'm here. I just don't think I've developed all the way. My frontal lobe. I don't know if it's developed enough for a threesome. Just don't know. I don't know.
Maybe you'll get there. Maybe you'll get
You
there.
know what? And she cool too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm about, you know what I'm saying? And
She on it.
my wife about me, like, cause she knows that I want to just one day just, you know what I'm saying? Just have some fun, you know?
Yeah.
But, and she knows that she has to follow my lead. Cause if you step up, are you next to me? No, follow my lead. If you get excited and you next to me, oh, you too happy. Let's go home.
No, I changed my mind. Ain't happening.
So she knows she gonna follow my lead and just flow, and she gonna be okay. Look at her, cool. You know what I'm saying?
So, what advice, Mick, would you give somebody who's struggling with labels, like struggling with what the world is gonna say about them when they walk in their truth, based on how the world labels everything?
Well, you really can't control that. Right? People are gonna put whatever label on you that they see anyway. You know, I have people who assume I'm mean and I'm stuck up, and I'm like, damn, really?
No, you
That's
cool as
crazy.
hell.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people have these assumptions when they meet me. They have this perception, and you can't really control that.
Right.
So you have to just do you, and you just never know. And I meet so many people who say what they don't like about people being bisexual, and because they lie, right? And they say you never know what I will tolerate when you take away my choice.
Right.
And so don't take away somebody's choice. Be you. And somebody gonna rock with it. Somebody gonna love you so much for you being honest that it's you gonna feel foolish hiding who you are.
Absolutely.
Be you. Be authentic. I'll be your friend. Sure.
And that's how you gonna meet your tribe. Your tribe of loyal people who support you by being you, because you don't want to show up being somebody else. Because people around you, it's not no real connection because you're not being yourself.
Yeah.
So you got to show up being yourself. So tell the people, Mikflyy, what you got coming up next.
Okay. So right now I got a show coming up, but I can't really tell you about that. But it's cooking with the Ace Network.
Congratulations. Hey.
Okay. Also, so I have festivals coming up. If you guys ever need hosting, you need red carpet, you ever need a content creator, you know what I'm saying? I consider myself a media influencer.
Okay.
So if you need your homegirl there, you know what I'm saying, tap in with me. I am the
sure.
homegirl. So
Okay.
that's it. That's what I got going on.
For
and
sure.
any type of autism friendly anything. Me and Dallas, we outside all summer.
That's what I'm talking about. And any way we can support, definitely let us know. Let us know.
Thank you.
So tell the people where they can find you.
All right, so you can tap in with me at Mikflyy. That's Mikflyy. That's Instagram. All the things. I'm consistent. You can find me anywhere. I am literally consistent. If you ever need to book me for anything, you can email me at themediahomegirl@gmail.com.
Hey, well, it was such a pleasure
It was such a
having you. We enjoyed the conversation. We enjoyed your realness and keeping it real. That's one thing we can count on you for.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing your story.
Always.
I think I definitely feel like that's going to touch somebody because somebody definitely needs to hear that for real.
And walk in your truth, baby.
Yeah.
That's
Walk
it.
in your
It's
truth.
only this. That's the only shoes I could do is walk in mine.
I know that's right.
Period.
Big stepper.
That's it.
Lemon pepper.
All right, y'all. That's our time. We appreciate y'all tuning in to the Mold and Clay podcast where we discuss everything relationship. Y'all know our motto: keep God and love first in everything you do, and God will elevate your path like no other. Until next time, y'all. We out.
Crazy life lately, but no, can't fake, no, gotta mold this clay, let go, can't fake, no, gotta mold this clay, let go, wiggle, what I saw, what you see, as I win, not a draw, as a lead, if the fam ain't up to, that's a flaw.